Hello everyone, Mr. Happy here, and welcome back to another Final Fantasy XIV Let's Play. So in the last part, we finished up the 3.0 main scenario. Now, while I firmly believe the best thing for me to do would be to continue the 3.1 main scenario and work my way towards 3.56 so that this character can be ready for Stormblood, I feel there are so many other things for me to unlock at level 60 that I should probably work on those first. We already have our level 60 White Mage quest done, so there's a ton of other features for us to go and unlock. I did a video similar to this one, but not in Let's Play format, where I just ran around and collected all of the new dungeon quests that we're going to be able to pick up at level 60. That includes Alexander, that includes the 24-man raids, that includes all the expert dungeons, that includes... I can't even remember. I'm just going to run around and collect everything. See these quests? Little plus signs? We're going to be best friends with those quests for a little bit. So this is the first one. This is a feature that was recently re-released. It is called the Diadem, and it's basically a mission where you're sent to a zone. You're asked to complete 3 random objectives, whether it be for crafters and gatherers or for combat jobs. You get to pick which one you want to queue into, or you can queue in and do some combat objectives. And it's got tons of different rewards, although it's not the most popular piece of content, so I don't know how often you'll be doing it. I'm just going to unlock it for the sake of unlocking it. We're not going to actually go into the Diadem today. Yeah, he's just explaining to me what the Diadem itself actually is. A bunch of text that ultimately it's just flavor text to let you know kind of the same thing I just let you know. If you want to ever queue in to the Diadem, by the way, you do need an item in order to do so. You need mission ceruleum. One of these NPCs has it. This is register, so it's probably the mission quartermaster. Yeah, so you basically have to purchase these ceruleum vouchers if you want to leave or queue into the Diadem from here. It's 1 mission ceruleum per queue, and you have to queue in from this NPC. If you're going in with a random group, if you have a free company that has an airship, you can queue in through the airship with your free company instead. That's our first thing. That's the Diadem. You'll unlock that right here in Ishgard. What's over here? Sky Pirates. This looks to be the 24-man raid quest, aka the Void Arc. I think that might be the first of the 24-man raid content you actually see me do. Alright, let's take a quick look at the mini-map. Looks like up here we have a Dark Spectacle. Is that just the Dark Knight quest? Yeah, that's just the Dark Knight quest up here. So that guy right there is for the Dark Knight quest. I think I might have pointed him out in an earlier video. What's this one? Gods of Eld. That unlocks the Warring Triad side quest. I pointed that out at the end of the last video, so let's go grab that quest now. Yeah, so this is basically the first thing I'd recommend doing, is figuring out which features you want to unlock right away, grabbing as many of them as possible, and unlocking as many of them as possible. It's a lot of stuff to take in, so go about it however which way you want to. But the faster you do it, the better. Gods of Eld. We'll follow that along. That unlocks quite a bit of content at level 60, so that quest in particular is one that you should have high on your priority list. So it looks like there's nothing else to unlock up here, so let's go back down to the pillars, and there is definitely a handful of quests. If you did the Hildibrand storyline quests for 2.0, you can also unlock the continuation to that in the pillars, I believe, which is where we're going right now. Come on. Alright, yeah, I think right over here, if you completed Hildibrand's 2.x storyline quests with the Gilgamesh fights and the Ultros fights and whatnot, you can do that. So we still have the Machinist to unlock here. What else do we have? Anything else of particular note? That's the next part of the main story. Oh, here's a big one. So at the Forgotten Night, I think it's here at the very least. I mentioned it in all of my clan hunt videos. When you hit level 60, you unlock your final clan hunt. And it's basically a weekly clan hunt that you can do, which will give you some bonuses. Did I actually do that already? Let me check the clan hunt board. Yeah, I had to have. I had to have picked it up. Yeah. Okay, I did that already. I was going to say I had to have picked it up. Well, in case you're watching this isolated, for your final clan hunt, you'll unlock it down here. You'll land in Ardelane down there. Will give you the final level 60 quest. Figure it's at least worth mentioning. Okay, so that's all the quests here. Now, the next major place we'll probably want to go is Idleshire. Far from the last place we'll want to go, but it's definitely one of the big ones. We also need to unlock Alexander, which I believe is here. There's a lot of features we're going to unlock here, trust me. Alright, let's see. First one's first, the Bolsterous Bruiser. a striking opportunity. So this unlocks a piece of content known as Stone Sky Sea. Basically, it is a dummy, a training dummy with a limited amount of health, and that health is based on individual encounters in the game. So for example, you have an extreme primal, let's say Sephiroth, the Fiend. Not Sephiroth, Sephiroth. We'll have a video on him, don't worry. You could choose to queue into a Stone Sky Sea dummy for Sephiroth, and if you're able to defeat it, it means that you generally, not including mechanics and how you do those, have at least a minimum amount or an acceptable amount of DPS in order to complete him. I highly recommend, if you're a newer player, growing familiar with that, with Stone Sky Sea, especially if you're someone who really likes to practice a lot of your rotations and whatnot. Keeping up with the Aaliyah pose, this unlocks another handy feature at level 60, although a lot less people do it nowadays because the Diadem is generally a better source of similar rewards. But this unlocks, and we can go right over here to unlock this right now, this unlocks something called Wondrous Tales, which we can only assume is going to be expanded upon in the expansion when Stormblood comes out. Obviously, in the expansion, Stormblood comes out. So we'll skip the cutscene, and I'll show you what the journal looks like. Alright, so once you've completed the quest to unlock Wondrous Tales, we go to our key items here, we have it, and it gives us a list of things that we can complete. So as you can see, there's a few different tasks here. Dungeons 1 to 49, the Weeping City of Mach, we have all these other dungeon level ranges, some of the A Realm Reborn Extreme Primals, here's Ravana Extreme, the Binding Coil of Bahamut, Turn 5, Final Coil, Turn 1, PvP. And every time you complete one of these objectives, a sticker fills in that little grid in the top right. It's not a 1-to-1 ratio. Like if I complete this one in the top left, it's not going to fill the sticker in the top left. The stickers are placed in random locations. And based on either how many stickers you have or what formation they create, you actually get some pretty crazy rewards. You can get materia, both crafting, gathering, and combat materia. You can get tomestones. You can get Manderville Gold Saucer Points, minions, or very rare level 60 crafted gear that has 5 100% materia melt slots. You just have to complete this content. There's some other things. Second chance points is a benefit for if you complete content with a new player, you get a second chance point. You can use that to re-roll the sticker locations. You can use that to make an objective labeled as incomplete again, so you can complete the same objective multiple times to help fill in the grid over there on the right. And you can get one of these per week, but you have 2 weeks in order to complete it. So that was the next one. Let's grab the one that's in here. Which one is this? Oh, it's Rowena, I think I know. An Unexpected Proposal. So this is the start of what is known as the Anima weapon questline. I don't remember if I mentioned it in earlier parts, but there's a questline known as the Relic questline, or the Zodiac weapon questline back in A Realm Reborn. This is the equivalent of that for Heavensward. Basically, it's a string of very grindy quests to get you a weapon that's caught up to the current raid tier. For most of the expansion, it was weaker than the current highest weapon out of the raid tier, but here at the end of the expansion, it's actually considered the best non-diadem weapon that you can get in the game. So is it worth grinding out? Personally, I don't think it is. This is actually one quest you may want to skip picking up. It's something that if you really want to work on, you can. It's not something I have particularly high recommendations for as we close out the expansion. There's a good chance that completing that Anima weapon may actually give you an advantage towards completing a similar type of weapon in the expansion. It may let you skip the first step. And for that reason, it may be worth doing, but I'm going to leave that up to your discretion because that's a tough one. Now, if you have a crafter or a gatherer, by the way, you can eventually come in here and you'll be introduced to a new piece of content called the, what's it called? There's a name for it. It's probably not in my, I can't believe it. Maybe if I go talk to the NPC. I don't think I can actually pick the quest up. Everyone just calls them the Zloe quests. Is it yours? Let me Google that for you. No, that's a different quest. Yeah, the quest is supposed to be over here. Basically, it's a series of quests where you're allowed to hand in items to a specific NPC. And when you do that, you unlock story aspects and some gatherer or crafter rewards that you can get. It's very worth doing if you're someone who's into crafting or gathering, especially here at the end of the expansion. And it comes with a short but touching story, and it'll be expanded upon in the future. So this is a level 60 dungeon, the Great Gooble Library hard mode. You guys remember level 59, we had to do the Gooble Library. This is the hard mode version of that encounter. You can pick up that quest right here at Midnight Dew. And where are we going next? Where are we going next? Looks like Alexander is our next step. Ooh, what's this? The Fires of Samal. Oh, Samal is another dungeon. I actually won't be able to do Samal with my current gear, but I might as well go pick up the quest. Really, I don't remember this quest being all the way over here. Then again, I don't remember much about picking up quests in general. Yeah, Samal is one of what is known as the current, not the current expert dungeons, the previous tier. No, Samal. Yeah, Samal hard mode. Yes, no, so I'm sorry. I was thinking of Sorkai. Sorkai is a different dungeon. That's part of the main story. Samal is one of the current expert dungeons. It's the highest tier of 4-man dungeon that's available right now. One of 2 of them. And it's a hard mode of the level 53 dungeon we did back in the main story. It's actually one of my favorite expert dungeons that we've had. It's moderately difficult. The enemies hit pretty hard considering, you know, how 4-man dungeons don't really have much of difficulty to them, so it was kind of nice to see. It felt like they didn't hold back completely with that one, so it was kind of nice. Disarmed. This is the quest to unlock the first tier of the Alexander raids. This one's known as Gordius. After that is Midas, and after that is the Creator. As you know, we just skip all the cutscenes here. Now, all the normal mode raids drop decent gear. All of them, I believe, are unlocked in terms of the gear you can obtain, minus one specific item in the Creator, which is the most recent form. Generally, what I'd recommend doing with these is you're probably going to want to ask a friend or a free company if they can help you clear through this. Let them know there's a first-time bonus if they want it. And this will help you get to the Creator normal, and then if you want to take it on, the most recent raid tier is the Creator Savage. This right here is the quest to unlock Stone Sky Sea, so let me unlock that real quick. It's just a short little cutscene. So it's a pretty funny cutscene. I think you guys should experience it for yourself, though. And if you ever want to challenge Stone Sky Sea, you can just come back and talk to this guy. And anything that qualifies for Stone Sky Sea trial, he'll have a list of them for you. Alright, let's see. Now, in here, in the hinterlands, we can unlock... There's the Google Library quest, so we should definitely do that. Here's the Alexander quests. Oh, and then here's another one. We should actually go to that dungeon first. So out here in the middle of what seems like nowhere, there's a quest for a dungeon, St. Mosion's Arboretum. And it's one of the older dungeons. It's a fun one, but just for the sake of completing all the level 60 dungeons, you'll probably want to come over here and grab this in the middle of the hinterlands. I might have mentioned it in an earlier video, but we're here picking it up now. Okay. My cat is just dead asleep in a cardboard box. Not dead, but dead asleep. It looks like one of his eyes is half open. I might have just scared him. Aloha. Aloha, Dwayne the Cat Johnson. If you watch my other stuff, you see Aloha on occasion. Aloha's the name of the cat. Alright, there's Mosion's Arboretum. And off we go. Next, we'll grab Alexander. Yeah, Alexander normal, the earlier tiers, it's really hard to find groups that queue in. As a healer, I might get lucky and it might be okay. I sincerely doubt it personally. I think that the queue time is still going to be way too long to warrant me really doing them. I might be able to do a video where I just quickly go through all of Gordius, but I might need to make like a pre-made party. Maybe like go into my stream link shell and just be like, hey guys, I need some help. A lot of this content won't matter in several months. I mean, it's something that people will come back and do, probably for some other reason later. But for that reason, it's hard to find queues for right now. Everyone's in kind of mega break mode. Like, there are people who are coming back to the game who are trying to get caught up on the old stuff so that they can have everything done before Stormblood comes out. But all of the longtime vets are kind of like they'll log in occasionally, but it's like, okay, I've got a few months to do other stuff. I'm going to take those few months and do other stuff. Me... YouTube series. That is other stuff. And back we go, and this should finish the Alexander unlock. Oh man, I never thought it's been a long time. I didn't think I'd be doing this level 60 run for I don't think this is the third time I'm doing this across my characters. Didn't think I'd be doing it again, but here we are. It's fine. At least I've got your company in order to keep me somewhat sane, even though I'll just have to read the comment section like a day after this comes out. Just be like, they're there with me. They're there with me. Okay. Now we can take it back again. As you can see, a lot of back and forth here. I'm trying to think of what other zones. I'm literally just gonna like fly through every zone. Is there any zone I don't have flying in? By the way, Forelands, Hinterlands, Mists. No, I gotta have flying in every zone. Yeah, I have flying in every zone. I couldn't remember for some reason. Alright, Wedge, unlock the dungeon for me, or unlock the raid. So there are two difficulties of these raids. There is a normal mode, which is basically a pretty easy version for just the story. There's also Savage, which is considered kind of like your hardcore raid tier. Gordius and Midas, it's not really a thing. Most people just rush to the Creator Savage and attempt that. Creator Savage doesn't even have a weekly lockout because we're so close to Stormblood. As you can see, I just unlocked the Fist of the Father. That would be the first encounter. And I gotta give that a cue at some point. That may be one of those videos that it may happen, it may not happen. All the level 60 dungeons, we should be able to get a video out on. But everything else is, well, let's, yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Alright, here we go. Here's the Great Google Library. It's actually this dungeon was less impressive visually compared to some of the other hard mode improvements. But it was a nice dungeon overall. The final boss was definitely a pleasure here. Okay, so that's another one out of the way. Where do we want to go next? I think Mordona might have some stuff. Some of this stuff is like really all over the place. If you're looking for like a full comprehensive list without needing to watch this whole video, I think they just added what's called a patch archive on the lodestone. And that might be, oh, yep, there's stuff here. Oh, yeah. There's some stuff here. This is level 50 stuff. This is still level 50 stuff that I just never did because I was lazy. Oh, there's Thordan's Reign. So you guys remember the last boss of 3.0, you know, King Thordan and his Knights 12. Well, you can take on an extreme version of him with Thordan's Reign quest. That's right here. Then you just got to talk to this guy. The Wandering Minstrel, a.k.a. Yoshi P. And you can take on an extreme version. There's a mount that you can get from it. The gear, no one does it for anymore unless there's some glamour or maybe they want one of the weapons for PvP. But otherwise, people do it for the mount. If you can beat that fight 99 times, you're guaranteed a mount. You can also win the mount from the boss himself before that. A seat at the feast. So this is the level 60 PvP arena known as the Feast. At level 50, we were introduced to something called the Fold, which was also an arena, but it's a much less popular one. The Feast, on the other hand, has competitive seasons, unique mounts, gear that you can obtain. Although gear itself doesn't really matter. Well, I shouldn't say gear doesn't matter in the Feast. Gear, PvP gear is not exclusively better inside of the Feast. There's a lot of little ins and outs and rules you're probably better off looking up in another video. This is for the Gods of Eld quest, by the way. We're handing that in right now. So if you're ever confused about where to go for the Gods of Eld, that would be here. Oops. And then I skipped the complete button. Let's do that one more time. One more time. Okay, never mind. Sorry. And then Unukalhai here will start giving us the other quest. So he actually first gives me the Diabolical Bismarck, which allows me to unlock Bismarck Extreme. Then he'll give me Ravana Extreme, and then I can start getting the other guys. As you can see, he kind of just immediately offers me the Ravana Extreme quest. They took a lot of the limitations off some of these side quests. Pretty sure I don't even need to beat Ravana in order to get Sephiroth. Nope, maybe I do. Or I at least got to hand these quests in. I don't need to beat them, I don't think. Just have to hand both of these quests in, which I should do at some point. I don't think I need to make you guys watch me like, hand in all the quests. At least helping you where you pick them up should be sufficient. I don't think you guys are like, no, Happy, show us exactly where the quest tells everyone exactly where to go. I don't know, there's a high demand for that in video content. Okay, so we covered what's here. I already covered what that quest is right there for the World of Darkness, because we did all that back in the day. I don't think there's anything else here that we can unlock. Nope, nope, and nope. Although you may come back here for the Anima weapon at some point. Okay, speaking of the Anima weapon, let's no Anima weapon. Where would be the next place that I would go to unlock stuff? I'm thinking of the dungeons. There's quite a few of them in the main story. So for the main story, we have Sorkai, we have Baelsar's Wall, and Zelfatol. So other than that, I've got St. Mosion's Arboretum. That's one. Did I already unlock? Where is it? Oh, Azazla. That's where I need to go. Azazla probably has a few quests. I'm thinking it probably has the Fractal Continuum, which is one of the first level 60 dungeons that you should probably do. It has the lowest item level requirement to get in, so if you didn't do all the clan hunts like I showed you, that'll probably be your best bet. See, I feel like I unlocked it already is the problem. Where's my duty finder? Great Cabal. No, I did not. Where do I unlock it again? I honestly don't remember, and it probably doesn't help. I've got 1,000,001 quests here that I haven't completed, although none of them have the little marker. Recycling, elevated aggression levels, environmental imbalance. There's the dungeon itself. I don't think it's at the dungeon entrance. That would be kind of weird. All right, let's try a different zone first then. Let's go to... Is it really not in the middle of it? It's bothering me. I'm positive it was on this map. Oh, it is most clearly not. Well, actually, that's not entirely true. What if I have it in my quest log and I just don't know? If only I could remember where I kept these fancy things. That's what happens when you don't... Oh, journal. I kept looking for the word quest like an idiot. So I believe I can fly. This is a different one. Sky Pirates is a 24-man raid. We went over that. Uncertain Future, a seat at the feast. Search and rescue. That's Ok Gundu. That's for the Vanu Beast Tribe quests. The Forelands, we don't really need all this stuff. This is for the Vath. That's their own kind of thing. Overgrown Ambition for St. Mosion's Arboretum. Wait a minute. Where does this want me to go? Why did I not do that while I was there? Idiot. Idiot Happy. Idiot. Okay, so what's next? Let's try... I'm just going to teleport zone to zone and see what I forgot, because I clearly missed a few things. I'm positive, by the way, that one of those is here, and that I don't need to complete side quests to do it. I'm actually going to do a minor edit, because I need to BRB, so I'll edit back in when I come back, but I'll BRB, and you won't even know I was gone. Alright, so I'm back from that break. Sorry, you've caught me in a bit of a different location. I realized that I started running towards the location without actually saying something. So while I was on break to check, you know, I had something else I needed to go do. I decided before I came back for me to just quickly take a look at where the Fractal Continuum was. And apparently I just went right past it earlier. And I just didn't know. And I went to the wrong place again. But where was it? It's somewhere in the pillars. Oh, that's right. It was, I didn't go far enough. It was right by this. Yeah, I couldn't see it covered by all that other stuff. I missed it. It's all right. We're back. We're back, ladies and gents. So that's one thing we missed. That's a bit of a distraction. But that's fine. We came back. Neverreap, I know exactly where Neverreap is. So we can go get that one. That's the other base level 60 dungeon. One that's not too liked by the community. I don't have any personal problems with it, but it's not very caster friendly. Let's put it that way. It's a lot of getting knocked into the air in that dungeon. Yeah, it's just further this way. I just completely, like, I just didn't see it because I was only looking on the large map, and there's just so many icons right by this guy. There we go. So that's for the Fractal Continuum. That's one of the level 60 dungeons. Let's go to the Sea of Clouds next, because that's where Neverreap is. I think I've almost got all the level 60 dungeons. I got the 24-man raids, which you can follow for a quest line. We know the main story has a few dungeons. I think I've got most of the important stuff that I wanted to get through. Real quick, this is for the Vundu Beast Tribes. In case you're wondering, well, I guess it's for both. The Vundu Beast Tribes generally, I've spoken about them before. They're always useful, especially if you're doing the Anima weapon quest line. Then doing the Beast Tribes here are really great. One Beast Tribe that's going to be tough to show you without logging over to my other account, my main account, Mr. Happy, is the Moogle Beast Tribes. The Moogle Beast Tribes are great for leveling your crafters from 50 to 60 in particular. But if you don't have any crafters at 50, you can't do them. So obviously I don't have a crafter at 50 for this character, so it's a bit of a tough road ahead. That was the Beast Tribe quest unlock right there. And this is the Neverreap unlock. Oop. For a second I got worried there. Okay, so zoom out. Right here is the continuation of unlocking the Vundu Beast Tribe. And way... Oh, do I have to go someplace else? Speak with Tanu. Oh, yeah. Reap what you sow. Oh my goodness, it's like way up there in the corner, just to make sure there's nothing else to unlock here. Yeah, we gotta, might as well unlock that while I'm in the zone. See that, like, specific rock formation way out there? Yeah, that's the one. So, funny little thing, I don't know if I mentioned it in the earlier videos. It's nothing majorly important, but I think I did mention it in the earlier one. One of the... Oh, no, yeah, I did. I showed the Void Arc. Yeah, the Void Arc, which is the 24-man we're going to be doing in one of the soon-to-be videos. It sometimes spawns out there and does its own thing. Alright. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I'm missing. What were 3.1's dungeons? St. Mosion's Arboretum. Oh, one of them is Pharos Sirius hard mode. That was a 3.1 dungeon. I think that's unlocked. You know what? I have no shame. Let's check. Pharos. I mean, I have an idea, but I'd rather be 100% certain. I'm pretty sure it's unlocked over where the original Pharos was unlocked. And here we go. Neverreap is here. Yeah, Limsa Lominsa, upper decks. That's where we'll go next. Let's see. Travel. Limsa Lominsa. See if there's anything else in Limsa Lominsa. There are so many features scattered everywhere. Oh, you know what I just realized? I've been telling you guys to do something. I didn't even take my own advice. Where is it? Recommendations. So you want to be a rogue, so you want to be a fisher. Okay, those aren't particularly what I wanted. Dungeons. Those are the ones I already have unlocked. You know, never mind. Let's just keep unlocking stuff, because didn't exactly recommend something that I found particularly useful. Yeah, so you want to be a fisher, so you want to be a rogue. Those are the ones it just told me about. All right, let's go to the upper decks. Let's try the aft castle. Aft castle is pretty central. I think I know where it is, but want to be 100% certain. Okay, I think it's this quest right here. Highway Robbery, that's one of the Beast Tribe quests. This is two of the Crafters quests. This is Storming the Hull. Ooh, Hullbreaker hard mode. That's another one. Hullbreaker hard mode. Oh, you know, there might be a quest or two that I actually still haven't completed that might be causing it to not show up. I just realized. There's like, or it's also possible that this person has multiple quests. Because this is the exact NPC where you get the other quest. But there's like 2 or 3 tiny quests that you need to do. Highway Robbery. I'm gonna accept this, see what he does. Yeah, so I actually did I ever do Pharos Sirius? I guess I didn't do Why So Serious. There's so many quests with the word serious in them that it could be very easy to get lost with those specific quests. I'm going to assume that I just didn't do the Why So Serious quest, which should be in Western Lenosha. So we'll go grab that. Western Lenosha is our next stop. A lot of running around here. Yep. Okay, this is storming the hull. This is Hullbreaker hard mode, right? Yeah, level 60. Okay. I was just making sure it was Hullbreaker hard mode, the level 60 dungeon, and not Hullbreaker, the level 50 dungeon. This is the hard mode of it, so had to make sure. So it would be at Aleport. Well, Aleport or the Isles of Umbra. It's going to be one of these quests. Is that it? That might be it. I'm beginning to wonder if I ever did the regular Pharos Sirius on this character. This is Why So Serious. Okay. Okay, yeah, no. That's all I need to do. This is the quest after you do the regular Pharos Sirius, which I was pretty sure that I had done in this series at some point. Mimidoa. Alright, Mimidoa. I'm on my way. Nope. Pfft. That's the second time that's happened this video. Okay, now if I go back to Lipsalominsa, now that NPC should have a quest. The one who had the Beast Tribe quest earlier. Sorry, I took a Quiplash? No, a quick swig of water. In case you're wondering, I'm drinking Le Croix. It's sparkling water. It's cantaloupe pink grapefruit flavored. Tastes better than it... Well, I guess it sounds pretty good. Tastes good, too. And here we go. See, even my character is surprised. So we had Pharos Sirius hard mode. What else? St. Mosion's. 2.3 is where we have Zelphatol, and that's where some of the dungeon unlocks get a little suspicious. But I did manage to find, they did indeed set up the patch note thing. Just a matter that you guys might hear some system sounds while I actually search through it. Let's see, 3.1, as goes light, so goes darkness. We have battle system stuff. The new dungeons. That was St. Mosion's and Pharos Sirius hard mode. Okay, so that was 3.1. We've got both of those on lock. The Gears of Change was patched 3.2, and that was the Anti-Tower, which is a main story quest, and the Lost City of Amdapor hard mode. That's in Old Gridania. We have to go get that next. 3.3, I believe, was Zelphatol was 3.4. Yeah, Zelphatol was 3.4. This was Sor Kai and Hullbreaker. We just got Hullbreaker. Then 3.4 was... This was Zelphatol and I believe Gooble. Yeah, this has to be... Yeah. So there's Zelphatol and Gooble, and then we already have Samal, and I know the last one. Okay, so we just need to go grab one more dungeon at the very least. And that's all the dungeon unlocks that are not part of the main story. We're ready to unlock the hunt stuff. Oh god, yeah, and then there's a ton of stuff I just don't have done from, like, way lower levels. Like this, broadening horizons, and so you want to be that guy. A sight to behold. Is that the sightseeing log? I don't even remember. What we're looking for is an old Gridania. So let's... This is new Gridania right here. Let's go to old Gridania. And let's see. Right here is one more night in Amdapor. That is the quest we were looking for, ladies and gentlemen. Sprint our large row legs over there. Nothing else here? Nope. I think that's most of the major importance. There's definitely a few things I'm missing. There's so many features. I think the Aquapolis. Oh, no, I don't think... Do we need a quest for the Aquapolis? I don't remember. And at that point, that's all of the possible quests. That was the level 60 quest, right? I have done the level 50 dungeon before, right? I have. It says one more night. Yeah. Okay. I was just a little concerned. I feel like that concern was within reason. But yeah, that's the majority of the content that you're going to want to unlock at this level. The rest of it comes slowly but surely. Unukal High will give you Sephiroth, Sophia, and Zervin after you've handed in these 2 quests. You have all three of the beast tribes, the Mughals, the Vanu, and the Vath. For the Mughals, you have to do some quests. Remember when I said I hate Moogle quests? You have to do some of them. I highly recommend Googling them. I should probably do them in a video, but you will have to do maybe 15 minutes worth of quests prior to unlocking the Moogle Beast Tribe, so a quick Google search will tell you exactly what you need to do there. We got all the dungeons that aren't part of the main story, and I need to work on the main story. We got Alexander. We got the Void Ark, although I need to actually hand that quest in. We got Chloe Eliapo. I mentioned the... custom deliveries, that's what they were called earlier. The ones that I couldn't think of the name for was Zoe Eliapo, where you hand in the items for the gather scripts and the crafter scripts and all that good stuff. I mentioned the Anima weapon quest. We got past that. There's some other small features that I'm definitely blanking on right now, but we'll have to get to those in another video. Hopefully me running around was at least an informative video for you guys. Now I'm going to stop running around because I've just been jumping up and down and running in circles. Thank you for watching this video. Be sure to like, favorite, subscribe, and share, and stay tuned because now we got to start blazing through some of this content. I'm going to actually do the 24-mans first because getting to item level, the higher item levels is going to be a big deal. There's one piece of content I need the Void Ark, or I need Dunskaith, the final 24-man of Heavensward, done in order to get, and that'll help me gear up tremendously fast. But a lot of it's going to come down to trying to complete all this content for the first time to get lore bonuses, to buy gear, to upgrade, to move on to the higher tier stuff. But anyway, I'm going to wrap up this video again. Thank you for watching. I will see you guys in the next one, and until then, take care.